Now, I was stuck on what I wanted to do. And then God introduced me to what I was born to do. It's a subtle difference, but it was very life altering. This is what happened. While I'm working and I'm training and I'm going to work and I'm training, there was times where I would also go on TikTok Live. And while I would go on TikTok Live, there were people that would interact with my content. There were people that say, I'm loving the content. You talk well. This is before I'm getting paid to go speak in places. This is just me just on Instagram, on TikTok Live, just talking to the people, pouring my heart out. There was a man that would take notice. This man goes by the name of Jack Duffy. Jack Duffy don't even know that one decision that he made altered the direction of my life. His decision altered my direction. He would then contact me and we would have a conversation, and at this point I have no idea how to do speaking engagements. I don't know what to do pre-engagement. I don't know what to do post-engagement. I have no idea how to navigate none of this. I don't know how to negotiate contracts. I don't even know how to ask what's in your budget. I don't know how to ask, how can I align or tailor my talk specifically to what your organization needs? I don't know how to have any of these conversations right now. He says, I want to bring you down to come talk at our junior college, Trinity Valley Community College. I want to bring you down to have a conversation with our kids. And then he came and picked me up to bring me to Athens, Texas, about an hour away. And I would proceed to literally throughout the span of a day, talk on countless occasions, talking to the different teams, softball team, basketball team, engaging. We would go to lunch, we would go to dinner. I'm talking to the staff, and I'm just continually just pouring out. This was the moment that literally changed my life. Because I have these personal sessions with different teams in different departments, and it was good. And then they said in the evening at 7, we're gonna open up the gymnasium. We're gonna open up the facility. And you're gonna have an engagement with the entire staff and student body. Anybody can come down, open door. There was a moment where Jack Duffy, in that gymnasium, with all them kids, and all them people, would introduce me. He would rattle off my accolades. Right? He would say who I am, what I've done. Right? He would announce accomplishments. He would tell him my name. And as I was hearing the introduction, I started to feel my heart. My heart was palpitating. Heart was beating more than the drums of liberation in One Piece. Do you understand me? I'm nervous. Matter of fact, I'm not nervous, I'm scared. Right? I'm almost paralyzed with anxiety. Fear is literally creeping its way in my mind. And as this man is introducing me, I literally have a second mind to literally walk clean out the double doors and say, I'm sorry. I can't do that. I'm good. My chest is beating, my head is throbbing, my hands are sweaty, my legs are shaky, and I'm sitting over here, I'm scared. I was in a position where I was scared with no escape because he the one that drove me down here. So my only way getting home was through him, and that's gonna be a real awkward car ride if I just hide. Then I had this second thought where I was like, this feeling feels familiar. As I'm hearing the introduction and my legs are shaky, there's butterflies in my stomach. I said, this feels just like before we were in the 4x4 in Austin, Texas, back in 2019. I said, I'm feeling the same way I felt in high school at the state championship final in the 400. I said, I'm feeling the same feeling I used to get in junior college at regionals and nationals. I said, I'm getting the same feeling I would get when I would have my first race in the NCAA at the Division I level. I said, the same nerves. And I said, I understand that nerves is simply my body preparing to do something great. I just did not know that greatness could actually be found and done and overall performed outside of being an athlete. As soon as the microphone hit my hand, I felt this subtle voice in my mind. The mic would hit my hand and the subtle voice would say in my mind, you didn't found it. This was during a time where I'm wrestling with the uncertainty of what am I supposed to be doing? Who am I outside of athletics? Where am I going? And as soon as the mic would hit my hand, a moment of clarity would literally then tell me, you found it. And in my head, I'm like, found what? Thing that you was born to do. I would engage in this conversation with the student body. It was impactful. I felt a shift in the room. I felt people were encouraged. I felt people were inspired. And as I would have conversations with them after the presentation, as I would still build meaningful connections that even lasted to this day. I could not help but to come to the conclusion something must have shifted in that room, because the gift that God has given me was put to good use. And I said, Jermaine, it's very hard for you to experience something like that one time and say, I don't never want to do it again. From that moment on, when I was introduced to what I was born to do, it would move me away from what at that time I'd rather do. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I fought it for a second.